Hey there everybody, this is PotterBrony. Welcome to another blind reaction of Death Battle. This time we have Amy Rose from Sonic the Hedgehog versus Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim. Okay, I know a little bit about Ramona Flowers, having seen simply just the Scott Pilgrim movie. Apparently she has a lot of asshole ex-boyfriends and one ex-girlfriend that Scott has to battle, and very video gamey type of stuff ensues. And enjoyable movie. I heard I hear the comic or manga or whatever it is has a very big following, or fairly decent following. As far as Amy Rose, all I know is that she's from Sonic the Hedgehog. They both seem to wield hammers, and yeah, we'll see what they have in common, where they differ, and who will win. Right now, I cannot predict. So, let's just get the death battle started. See what Screw Attack has in store for us. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay.
As the old saying goes, behind every great man is a badass woman with a big hammer. Something like that.
And today's combatants
misery.
are exactly that. What could go wrong?
Amy Rose, Sonic the Hedgehog's #1 fangirl.
And Ramona Flowers, the girl of Scott Pilgrim's dreams.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. When young Amy Rose first heard of the adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, she became immediately obsessed.
But while most rabid fangirls would
Fangirl,
stalk
huh?
online or build a shrine in their closet,
Yeah, they said that already.
they're crazy up to 11.
I guess you could say she was hooked on Sonics?
Huh? I threw up in my mouth a little bit. That was so bad.
Well, determined to meet her hero face to face, Amy decided that the best option was to learn how to read tarot cards. Of course.
Hey,
that
the
makes
lady at
total
the fair
sense.
never let me down.
After lots of practice, one reading finally predicted she would meet the blue blur on the mysterious Little Planet.
And she did meet him. Well, after she was kidnapped by the evil Dr. Eggman and used as bait to lure Sonic into a trap. But hey, first impressions aren't everything, right?
God knows that's true, or we certainly wouldn't be working together.
He seems to be backing away.
My pants on my first day. It
Oh,
happens
what the
to us
fuck?
all.
No, it doesn't. Anyway, meeting Sonic wasn't enough for Amy. Despite her young age and inexperience, she made it her personal mission to become a part of his freedom-fighting crew.
So Amy spent some time building
She's
a
12?
badass skill set to
How old is
convince her
Sonic in
hasty
comparison?
hedgehog hero she'd be a valuable team member. And girlfriend.
It actually wouldn't take long. By running after Sonic, her sheer will and determination let her reach the super speed she needed to chase him down.
That's terrifying.
Keep in mind,
Yeah,
Sonic's
a little
actual
terrifying.
speed sits at about 765 miles per hour.
That's extra terrifying.
Tell me,
Yeah.
apparently she tapped into her innate hedgehog speed gene, which is a thing. Where the hell they got this, I have no clue. I mean, have you seen real hedgehogs run? They're not all that fast.
Apart from being quick on her feet, Amy
Well,
can
that little
target
bastard's pretty
specific
quick.
enemies with a homing attack. Charge
Not
up
700
speed
miles
with a
per
spin
hour
dash,
quick.
and even turn herself invisible.
Right, by concentrating her energy, Amy can somehow...
Yeah, but her shadows
keep her body
suck
from
still
view.
there. How the fuck does
She's
that work?
obsessive, fast, and can turn herself invisible. It's like the Sonic gods made the ultimate stalker.
Well, she still hasn't learned how to hide her shadow.
That might be even scarier. But what really gives Amy an edge is her signature weapon, the Pico Pico Hammer. God, that's a dumb name.
It's actually based on the Japanese children's toy of the same name.
Yeah, well, this weapon would be totally stupid if it didn't create tornadoes.
That's right, it can create a pink vortex.
That's
to throw
fucking
at
useful.
Enemies. She can also use the Pico Pico hammer to double jump or spin through the air like a helicopter. And if she loses it, she can somehow magically summon a new one out of thin air.
Really think you're moving on too fast from the whole tornado thing, Wiz. Tornadoes! From the hammer. Hamnado.
After all was said and done, Amy became good enough to join Sonic's squad, becoming a valuable member of the team.
She's strong enough to match the power of a 25-foot tall metal machine. She dazed the Iron King, a guy who can tank laser fire from an army, and once threw her hammer hundreds of feet into the air to knock Dr. Eggman's ship out of flight.
She survived a one-on-one match against Knuckles where she was crushed by a boulder over twice her size.
And even more impressively, she once wiped out half of an entire robotic invading force all on her own.
She may be powerful,
With
but
love.
she still has some growing up to do.
Amy is a tween girl. She's pretty immature sometimes, rushing into action without thinking.
Like when she was mind-controlled by Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
You're not fucking serious.
Yep, he's a beaver who mind-controls girls through the power of repetitive and uninspired music.
Oh, Jesus.
But the most important thing to take
That's a
from
thing.
all of this is
That's
that
a
once
fucking
Amy
thing.
Rose sets her mind to something, she will get it done. No matter what.
And now I do not feel bad about never getting into Sonic at all, ever.
When
If Justin
Ramona
Bieber is a
Flowers
fucking
first
thing.
saw Scott Pilgrim, she was immediately unimpressed.
She just wanted to do her own thing, delivering packages for Amazon Canada. But Scott couldn't get her out of his mind.
Literally in his mind, which is weird.
It's not weird at all. So, no, it's just you have this really convenient subspace highway running through your head that I like to use. It's like 3 miles in 15 seconds.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, Scott somehow managed to charm her into
Is
giving
that,
her a chance.
Zelda
But
music in the
there was
back?
just one little, somewhat dangerous catch to it all.
7
See,
evil
if
X's.
Scott wanted to land his pilgrims at Vagina Rock, he had to battle and defeat Ramona's 7 evil X's. God, screw that. That's way too much work. I don't care how hot she is. Find a new one.
Luckily for Scott, he did not have to fight them all alone, as Ramona isn't your typical damsel in distress.
Yeah, she's a badass. She's strong, tough, and damn good on a pair of rollerblades.
She's also proficient in numerous types of weapons, from mallets to swords, and carries multiple on her person at all times, such as her titanium baseball
bat.
And her
Plus 1 against
giant
blondes.
hammer. It might look plain to you, but when Ramona wields this sledge, even Gundam robots fall to pieces.
It also gives her a +2 bonus against girls.
That doesn't sound
So that'll
very
work against Amy?
Sure, it's a tiny number, but in context, all power-ups in Scott Pilgrim's world use small numbers for big changes, so it's actually not half bad.
Well, either way, somehow she keeps all her weapons in her purse. How the hell do women do that?
That's not just any purse, Boomstick, it's her subspace suit.
She watches American
It may
Horror Film.
seem like an ordinary bag, but it's actually a door to an extra-dimensional hammer space.
Believe it?
Okay.
This subspace
Yeah.
is a series of pocket
Just go with
dimensions
it.
available to certain people through extra-dimensional doorways.
Dimension in a bag, got it.
It's more of a doorway, and the dimension it leads to exists inside Ramona's head. She can even control this particular pocket of space with her emotions.
Jesus, what the hell were these writers on?
Heroine. And by that I mean a strong female protagonist. Hey-oh!
No, you mean heroin.
With you today.
Without Ramona's skills and weaponry, Scott likely would have never succeeded in defeating the evil X's.
Like when she fought Roxy, her ex from her sexy phase. Roxy is strong enough to knock Scott so hard he smashed several steel I-beams, which would need at least 3,000 pounds of force. And Ramona's taking hits and sexing up this superpowered chick, no problem.
She's also got many years of experience under her belt. Even when she was just around 12 years old, she could fight off an entire army of older jocks all at once.
She's strong enough to send people flying dozens of feet through the air with a smack of her hammer. And she's so fast and nimble on her rollerblades, she can keep up with ninjas. Man, this chick's got it all.
Don't get too starry-eyed just yet, though. Ramona has her fair share of problems. For example, the only reason Ramona has so much control over her subspace in the first place is because one of her exes infected her with the glow.
Ah, the glow, huh? That's a rough one. I've got it too.
Wait, really? You have an energy field which turns your own emotions against you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
have. On a
sure you do.
completely
Sure,
unrelated note,
yeah.
Wiz, how How long should one's genitals normally, glow in the dark?
Exactly 0 seconds.
Okay, well, it's a good thing I don't have that problem then. But roller coasters of emotions aside, Ramona is one hell of an ass-kicking girlfriend any man would be lucky to get with.
I think you need a doctor.
Well, then Gideon best get his pretentious ass up here, because I'm about to kick yours out of the Great White North.
All right, the commanders
right.
are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, if you're one of those people who eats food, then I have some great information for you. Tell them, Wiz.
You know how it is. Researching characters and making them fight to the death is time-consuming. I don't have
Blue
time
Apron.
to go to the store and make my own meals, but I also don't want to doom my existence to fast food sugar addiction. Thankfully, Blue Apron changed.
I've actually tried this. It's pretty
For
good.
less than $10 a meal, Blue Apron
Based on what I saw here, so I got the little-
portion ingredients to make delicious home-cooked meals. Each meal comes with an easy step-by-step recipe which can be prepared in 40 minutes or less. This chicken stir-fry only took about 20. Check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals free with free shipping by going to blueapron.com/battle. See for yourself how good it
Of course, I wish they had more of a selection each week, but if you choose, like I think if they have 6 meals each week that you can choose from, but you can only choose this or that. If you choose this, it may cancel out that, but whatever. And pause. Okay, yeah, just minor problems with Blue Apron. But yeah, I get that too, and it's affordable for me. Enough food for a week's worth of dinners, and way cheaper than stopping at Burger King or Subway or McDonald's like I've been doing every freaking day after work. And it may take some time, have to cook, but yeah, I gotta stop because this isn't helping me. The fast food is not helping me. Okay. As for Amy versus Ramona, I'm going to give it to Amy. I'm going to say that Amy's going to take this one, just based on the information that I've received. Ramona may be quick on her rollerblades, but Amy can keep up with Sonic the friggin' Hedgehog. She's faster. She seems to have a lot of power behind her as well. Can make fucking tornadoes almost fly, run. Yeah, I think it's like the speed of sound, and maybe immature, but that's the only thing I can think of might be her downfall, is the fact that if she jumps into something and Ramona's ready for her, then Amy might be taken out. But as far as I can tell, everything that I've seen, I'm gonna predict Amy takes this one, just based on all the information, as I said, that they have given. So let's just see if I am right or if I'm wrong. In 3, 2, 1, and go. You just ran into them and you have to fight now? Alright. I don't know why I expect any kind of reason for the fight, but they just fight. thing, whatever that is. She sucked her into that inner dimension. Alright, this could not work out in Amy's favor. Especially if she controls everything here. Yeah. But Amy has taken on armies. And he destroyed the bag. And a tornado. Yeah, it doesn't look good. Look at Scott's awake. Put your girls down, man. That sucks, dude.
KO!
Game over.
Ramona
Inside's
may have been
running.
the smarter and more level-headed of the two, but Amy just had the edge in almost every other category.
Ramona can skate faster than most, but Amy's fast enough to keep
Hold
up with
it.
Sonic. To be clear, she's definitely not as fast as Sonic, but she's certainly capable of catching up to him at times. Ramona stood no
And
chance
he has
against
trouble
Amy's
losing
partner,
her.
So she had to rely on her skill and strength. And while they both had similar strength feats like defeating giant robots or whacking people a huge distance with their hammers, Amy's feats go several steps beyond anything of Ramona's.
Take Amy throwing her hammer into Eggman's ship in the sky, for instance. Given the height of the ship and Amy's location, it's likely she had to throw her hammer at least 2,100 feet. While her hammer's exact weight is unknown, its head is large enough to be compared to the biggest sledgehammer ever used by man, which was 64 pounds. In order
For a
to
tiny
hit
little
the
nail.
ship as hard as she did, she must have thrown her hammer with 2 tons of force at bare minimum. And we're really lowballing that.
And that was just the first throw. The second one made the ship spin over, putting it way higher than 2 tons. Ramona at her best could take a hit from Roxy, who can dole out at a max up to 1.5 tons of force.
Whereas Amy survived being crushed by a boulder which, scaled to her height, weighed at least 4 tons.
Ramona gained an advantage when she brought the fight to her subspace purse mind.
But when Ramona's ex Gideon was trapped in that subspace, he was able to escape by destroying her bag. As Amy is stronger and faster than Ramona, there's no reason to believe she couldn't
Destroy the bag and get out.
And with Ramona's last trump card out of commission, all Amy had to do was finish her off.
Looks like Amy rose to the occasion.
The winner is Amy Rose.
Amy Rose. Yeah.
Next time on...
Alright, who's next? The Hulk? Alright. Who the fuck is gonna fight the Hulk?
Hulk is next, and who's he gonna be fighting? You can find out by sticking to our Instagram this time. That's official Screw Attack, so go check that out.
If you guys haven't heard, we launched a whole new channel. It's a totally separate initiative. It's called Game Attack. You should go subscribe. All you gotta do is click the little thing over there.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Oh.
Video games, you should go there.
Alright, so, that went about as how I thought it would. Yeah. Faster, stronger in every respect. Maybe not as smart or level-headed, but just raw power. Ramona didn't really hold a candle to Amy. I'm wondering now how, say, Nora Valkyrie would have faced up against Amy. Of course, I think they were going for the whole similarity thing. Their whole and the whole reason for the character is based on some type of romance in some way. I mean, Amy is the one who is the instigator in this particular case, as opposed to Ramona, who is it's Scott that wants her. And I guess I don't know. Maybe that just doesn't have anything to do with it, but that's just a part of why they are the way they are and why they do what they do. I guess the same thing could be said about Ren and Nora, but, you know, my headcanons as opposed to official canon. So, I want to thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and I'm going to end this one here. Until next time, when we see the Hulk. Take care. Bye.